Peace, love, prosperity, purpose. And I just want to welcome you all in. It's been a minute. First and foremost, want to say thank you, Lord, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? The big dog in my crib, my household, my domain. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for the tutelage. Thank you for the principles. Man, it's a beautiful day, beautiful time to be alive. Technology age, information age, just a dope time. So, what are we doing here? What am I doing talking to the people? Um, I've been holding off for a few days, but just came from a men's group. Talked to some of the guys. Got some food. Got fed some people. Spiritually and mentally, man. And it's just, I felt like now is the time. Um, been a long time coming, and a lot of thought. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of being pulled from left to right, tossed to and fro. But God, you know what I'm saying? But God, I'm here. For you all who don't know me, my name is Jeese. Um, I'm an American writer. I write music, I write books, I write scripts. But by just a natural gift, I'm an American writer. I'm a published author. Tapping into you all from Middletown, Ohio, a little small city engulfed between Cincinnati and Dayton. Um, a lot of rich history, a lot of culture right here in this town. Always been a little small city. I think the population ranged from 58 to 60,000. At its height, it was probably like 70,000. But man, some dope individuals came from right here. You know what I'm saying? Who shaped the world and is still shaping the world to this day. Um, so that brings us to why I'm here. Um, we have a man. We have a new book. You know what I'm saying? We're about to release a new book. Before I do that, I did have a release about 2 years ago. This is my first release, all the way turned up. Man, when I tell you right here, and this ain't me saying it. This is the readers. Yo, Mac, that's the coldest novel I ever read in my life, dog. Who you talking about? Whose story is that? You got, man, that's your life. It can't be fiction. I had a dude who came to me one day crying, like, yo, why you, man, Tanisha, man, she died. And man, this book, they say, they say it's heat. The little flames at the bottom, yeah, they say it's heat. All the way turned up. So for those who have read this novel, and those who are like, oh my God, what happened to Chin? I promise you, still turned up. I'm gonna give it to you all, and this is gonna be me making a statement. I'm gonna have to hold myself accountable for because I'm making a statement. I'm gonna give y'all part two of this before the spring. Before the spring, because guess what? Part two and part three is already done. I've been wrote them. I just gotta put them out there. So all the way turned up, still turned up on the way spring. So then, my next novel that I released under the title Shakir Mack, that's my other pseudonym, non duplum, whatever you want to call it, Dollars to Donuts. It's a young adult novel. Young boy named Cody gets put in an ultimatum with the banker. Dope story. And let me tell you all something. Go back to this. All the way turned up, 100% of freestyle. Everything I wrote is what you read. I never erased anything that's in the book. It's all a freestyle. No outline. No, none of that. Just raw freestyle. Same thing with this. I've said, okay, I wrote an urban fiction novel. Now I got to write a young adult novel to appeal to a different audience. So that's how you get dollars to donuts under the pseudonym Shakir Mack. So yeah, this was. I never really officially released this book, though it is available on Amazon. But I never did a book release party or never publicized it like that. For what reason, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'll be tripping sometime. But it is available to the public. I am going to do an official release. Dollars to Donuts. This is 100% a Netflix ready type of story. So maybe one day, in if it's his will. So now we get to the new release, Middie Mindset. Um, Middletown Middies. You see, Middie, what you say? Oh yeah, Middie culture. 1% better every day. Middie culture. So Middletown Middies, that's our mascot, the Middies. So that's where you get the title, Middie Mindset. But it's not just tailored to my high school, our city. The Middie Mindset is tailored to the subtitle, Unlocking Your Potential for High School Success. So it's tailored for all high school students, 8th grade students getting ready to make the transition into high school. It's tailored to unlock your potential for high school success. And so as I write urban fiction, women novels, young adult novels, movie scripts, it came to me one night like, dog, you mentoring, you doing all the leadership programs, all this one-on-one mentoring, coaching. They can't read no urban novel. They can't read your young adults. They can't. I got you. Middie Mindset. So what it is to we want to teach the kids new principles. We want to give them we want to be able to meet them where they're at so they'll understand a language coming out of a book. Because most kids, they don't like to read. Teenagers don't like, shoot, some adults don't like to read. But it's a book to where we can have teachers and mentors and different leaders in the community teaching out of these different chapters to where it's relatable because their attention span is like so you got to grab them and something, you got to give them something that they can relate to. So I feel that's why I had to put out this new book, Middie Mindset. um, it's a very interesting time right now for our youth right now. It's a lot of social pressure, peer pressure and social pressure, two different things. But the social pressure more so because of that device. That device gives them the opportunity to socialize with people all across the globe in a matter of seconds in real time. And so that social pressure that they're facing, comparing themselves to what they're seeing on that device or what they're seeing on the television, man, it's massive. We didn't have that coming up in the 80s, 90s, 70s, you know what I'm saying? So now these kids, this day and age, they're struggling with these anxieties and the depressions because they're constantly comparing themselves to what they're seeing online, and it's an epidemic. And so I wanted to put some of that food into this book so they'll understand what that social pressure and that peer pressure looks like. Um, Great topics in the book, great chapters, 10x thinking, emotional fitness. You know, I'll get into that later. So this is what we're gonna do. I want to show you how it starts here. It starts here, and you got to go through, and you got all the scribble, scrabble, all the changes you got to make. And if I can get a little closer, you can see it all. But it starts here. Midi mindset. Got to be typed up. Microsoft Word. Got to, yeah. So then we go to this. Amazon, KDP. Look, if anybody need help out there, putting your book out there, getting your book ready, hit me up. I did my book cover. I designed this book cover. I drew it first, got it digitally. Yeah. Drew this up, sent it to my nephew. He designed it. Yeah. This one I got on, I think it's Canva, one of them apps had some program, not programmers, had some designers send me a couple mock-ups, and I looked at, so I had to do it myself. So anybody need help getting your book, your ISBN, your barcodes, just the whole concept of putting a book out, hit me up. We ain't talking about no money and all of that. Look, hit me up. I'm here if you're ready to put out a book. So look, then we hit the Amazon KDP. Here it comes in the mail. First, I've had a few of these, but this is the last one. So this is what we call the final proof. Oh man. Woo! Final proof. See on there it says not for resale. So it's still proof until I get on KDP and click that button and say it's for sale. Final proof right here. So this is me and you all getting to share this experience, this matrimony together. Middie Mindset, unlocking your potential for high school success. Let's go. Middie culture. Middie. Let me read off some of the chapters for you all. Chapter 1, embracing the beginning of learning. Chapter 2, understanding the journey. Chapter 3, one of my favorites, shortcuts. Chapter 4, mastering time management. 5, goals and vision. 6, the art of self-advocacy. 7, the power of active listening. Woo! The power of, man, listen. 8, character ethics. Powerful. 9, cognitive thinking. 10, problem solving. 11, outwitting social pressure. That's what we were just talking about. Powerful chapter. 12, raw, cold-blooded, emotional fitness. I just in the men's group tonight we was talking about emotional fortitude, and just us as humans, man. If you don't have emotional fortitude, man, you don't have anything, because you don't understand how to deal with the adversity and through the pain and through. Okay, listen, emotional fitness. 13, go getter. 14, understanding metrics. 15, B. 16, my favorite, 10x. So let's go into 10x. Why the chapter 10x? Hold on, let me can I hit some of the I got some fresh juice. I'll be juicing. Shout out to the homie Sam. Fresh juice. The mangoes and the papayas and the pineapple, the oranges, a little twist of ginger. So look, at chapter 10x. So just a little brief understanding. For you all who invest in the world, you got your returns. So let's say you drop 10 bands on the investment on a startup. What type of return would you like? 2x, 3x, 4x? In the tech space, in the investment space, a 10x return is, ooh, whew. So you go to school for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Teachers and coaches and principals and all of these things and different curriculums. 12 years. This is me talking to the students. What type of return would you want on your investment? You go to school for 12 years. You want a 1x return off a 12-year investment? So now y'all kind of see where we're going at in this chapter. You go to school for 12 years, you 100% want to get a 10x return on your investment. So it's going to be a dope book. I'm praying that you all as parents, educators, philanthropists, mentors, we got to figure out how to get this book into every high school. We're going to start small. We're going to figure out how to get this book to every student in Middletown High School. I don't know how many students is in Middletown High School, but every student in Middletown High School need to have a copy of this book. We're gonna figure it out. At the end of the day, if I gotta fund it, I'll do it myself. But I shouldn't have to. I wrote it. I put it together. I edited, proofed it. I shouldn't have to pay for it. I should no. Y'all need to pour into these kids' education, to these kids shifting of their mindsets. You know what I'm saying? If we got enough, I ain't gonna go there. Y'all need to. We gonna figure this out. And God willing, we're gonna allow. We praying that this gonna metastasize into every high school in the United States, because they need to understand the curriculum of 10x, understanding metrics. You know, they need to understand what shortcuts look like. Because guess what? The longest, write this down if you don't already know it. The longest way to your destiny is by taking the shortcut. The longest way to your destiny is by taking the shortcut. Cold chapter. But what does that mean? I thought the shortcut, that means, you know, you're trying to go to the store and you cut through the house to get to the store. Instead of staying on the main road, you get to the store quicker, right? Yeah, that's what we was taught. But what's in that backyard? Rottweiler. Might be could be a racist person that don't want a certain race cutting through their yard and pull the gun out. You never. I mean, what's the main road is only an extra 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So why not take the main road? Let's use myself as an example. Oh, snap. Got some water or something on my sleeve. Look, let's use me as an example. So in that chapter, when I ran track in high school, coach used to tell us, hey, y'all run down to the Burger King and back. I think it was like a 3.2 miles down and back. So I was a 400 runner. I ran the 400. It was nice. Sub 50s, 51 in gym shoes, basketball shoes. Yeah, y'all run down to the Burger King. Yeah. So we get halfway. I duck off in the bushes. And I ain't no long distance runner. I ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? See the guys coming back. I let them get in front of me a little bit, hop back in the pack. Yeah, get back to, oh, yeah, we did it, coach. Okay. Yeah, G, you took, no nobody know it. You took the shortcut. You cheated. Come Saturday mornings, when you got to line up on that 400, I see these other guys, big calves, and they dancing on their tippy toes, warmed up. All of a sudden, I get, oh, what you nervous for? What you nervous for? You can run the 50, 400 sub 50, 51, 52 in gym shoe. Come on, what? You know why I was nervous? Because I knew I was taking shortcuts. I was cheating. I wasn't training. I wasn't putting in 110%. I wasn't putting in, if it's up to being a buck, keeping it a buck now. Back then, I was fooling myself, keeping it a buck now. I'm putting in 65%. So pop, the gun go off, and we go around this track. I'm losing the guys that run 51s, 52s. But I could do this in gym shoes at practice, taking the shortcut. You know what I'm saying? Longest way. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. A lot of y'all done took some shortcuts, and it lengthened out the journey. You're like, dang, man, why it take me so long to get the, you know, y'all hear ET took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. Like, in the beginning, he was taking shortcuts. So in the end, it lengthens it out. Like, you like, so that's some of the things we talking about in this new book, man, Middie Mindset. I'm elated, man. I'm excited. I'm thankful. Thankful that God has given me this ability, this natural ability, no formal training or anything, just picked up the pen one day. The first book I ever read from top to bottom in totality was Coldest Winter Ever. So I was like, whoa, this book, nice. Then I read a book called Crime Pays, vicious story. Vicious. The title, yeah, but the story is vicious. Crime Pays. Third book I read was The Shack. So I'm like, oh man, I need to write a book. So at the time I was incarcerated. You know, I was in a federal holdover, Lovejoy, Georgia, 2009. And so what happened is, this is the story of how I got into writing. Uh, I'm like, man, I could write this. Matter of fact, let me back up. I was in Rice Street, and I was talking to my cellie one day, and we was talking about Hollywood courts and Bankhead courts, and you know, we was just like, we was there. And he was like, man, what you be doing in Hollywood courts, man? Who you know over there at Bankhead courts and going homes? And so I was like, dang, man, I want to write a book. And I was like, God. So now I'm in Lovejoy, and I finished The Shack. And so that night, I just grabbed the ink pen and a whole bunch of like newspaper and different paper, and I just started writing a book about I don't know what. Like, it started out in the church, the girl in the stall, the boy come in, and I just like I say, a freestyle. And this book ended up so cold. I've only let maybe a handful of people read it. It's called Cincinnati Times. And so I let this gentleman read it, and he came back in my room. Man, my right hand guy, he came, he said, hey, Matt, came in like this, dropped that joint. Hey, dog, I ain't never read nothing like that in my life. Man, that's the coldest. He said, look, man, you lying about you not knowing how to write books, because this book is for the. He said, dog, you cannot put this book out first. You can't. No, he said you need to write a throwaway book. So I'm like, what's a throwaway book? So he's like, man, dumb it down. Don't write it as cold, and just throw that to the public. So that's when I end up writing All the Way Turned Up. But I'm like, now people like saying this is the coldest heat of urban lit that they ever read. This ain't me saying it, this the people. So that's how I got into writing. So but let me back up. So it was one of the homies in there with me named Bankhead. So when I first started writing Cincinnati Times, I wrote 14 pages. And so I was like, hey, Bankhead, read these. So he's like, all right, tonight we locked down. I'm 14 pages. Soon as them doors pop for breakfast the next morning, he's standing by my door like this, tapping his foot. He like, hey, before we lock down tonight, I need a 20 pack. I need 20 more pages. I need to see what's next. That's my motivation. He like, I don't want to see you hooping. I don't want to see you playing no chess, watching Young and the Rest, nothing. I want to see you with the ink pen. So I go in the room. I go in the room. And I think we locked down like 9:30. Like 9:20. He like, hey, Matt, where you at? What? Hey, need a 20. Got it for me. Next morning, they popped the doors for breakfast. He at my door, tapping his foot. Hey, tonight, I need a 40 pack. Man, you own this song, man. I'm telling you, I need this. Before you know it, I had like 200 some pages before I left up out of that situation. So that was kind of like the journey to how I started writing. And from there, it's just been just uphill. Learned how to write movie scripts, commercials. Just it's crazy though. Like, I got all of this literature, and God said, "Man, why you got like 13 books sitting in the basement, dog? What are you doing?" So that's more the reason why I'm on this little platform here and speaking to y'all, because I need to be held accountable. I need to be pushed. You know what I'm saying? We get caught up in life where you get stuck in survival mode because, man, these lights right here, Duke Energy say, I need that on this day. Spectrum Light, I need that. AT&T, I need that. So when you got, talents, and you got books and you got scripts, and they ain't bringing in the bacon, you got to go out and get something to eat. Rest in peace to my big homie Fred. You know what I'm saying? We got to get something to eat. So I've been pulled in so many directions. Just opened up that bingo hall, pulling me, mentor. I'm a mentor forever. Um, so many other endeavors, man, that I've tapped into, designing my app, trying to find investors, um, building up my business credit, buying a house, man, we all get caught up in this race and we get pulled where you can't really put 100% into that one thing. And that's where I'm struggling at right now, trying to figure out how to put 100. Listen, y'all, I know how to cut hair, I know how to draw. I could dang to build a house because I dang sure know how to remodel. Um, Man, I could design shoes. I could write books. I could write movie scripts. Like, and I could write this stuff with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? I could rap with the best of them. I could cut hair. Man, listen, it. I don't know. Like, I'll make this statement. Make this statement. This is a real statement. Y'all can't find another person in the whole United States of America with a body of work like mine that's not a millionaire. I'll say it again. You can't find another person in these United States of America with a body of work like mine that's not a millionaire. Anybody with a body of work like this, they got 10, 20, 30, 40 million. And so now you see it's a lot passion driven. I still do my music thing. I was writing today, wrote some bars. But you see, this is not a New York Times bestseller. This is not a New York Times bestseller. But guess what? Did I stop? Still going, right? So it's passion driven, and I believe that passion um, is it should be the center of a lot of our lives because you have. I'll say this, then I'll go to that. Money chases passion, right? Money chases passion, not passion chase money. Money chases the passion. Says LeBron, says Oprah, says Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos just wanted to sell books. He ain't want to start Amazon and have a conglomerate where you could sell toothbrushes, shoes. He said, I just want to sell books. That was his passion. The money chased him. Zuckerberg said, hey man, we just gonna do this for our friends, man. And we passionate about connecting friends in dorms. The money chased him. You know what I'm saying? Jordan, Jordan was gonna hoop regardless. That was in his blood. It was in his DNA. He got cut. He said, all right, I'm gonna come back and hoop some more. I'm just gonna hoop. He ain't know. He's gonna own the Hornets and have the greatest shoes of all time. The passion. Then here come the money. Like I gotta catch Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Money chases passion. So here's the other point I was gonna make about passion. Sometime when I go to my oncologist, I done switched up so many different oncologists because I'll go in there, check your weight, check your blood pressure. I draw your blood and then okay, how you doing? You need anything? You look healthy, you good? All right. Yeah. So one day I left, I'm like, dang, there's no passion there. And I came up with this saying. It's passion and purpose versus position and paycheck. Man, that's cold. You might want to write it down, right? Passion and purpose versus position and paycheck. So in that same case, with these oncologists, and not all oncologists. Shout out to my oncologist right now, Dr. Patel. He dope over at Jewish Hospital over in Kenwood. Um, not all of them are driven by the paper and the position, but I think it's a high percentage. You know what I'm saying? You go to your primary care, you go to your dentist, you go to a lot of places. It's more so about the position and the paycheck than it is the passion, the purpose, the patient. Like, so listen, y'all, focus in on that. Passion, 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 passion. The money is going to chase it. Forget the position and the paycheck. That's what That's how we get Middie Mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that Middie Mindset is able to, if I could help reshape and unlock the potential of 10 kids, I'll just keep it low. 10 kids, I did my job. If I could, matter of fact, it could be one, because that one kid could go on to be a game changer in society and reshape half the globe. Just one. So I'm gonna impact one. But man, if I could get to the 10,000s, the 100,000, not I, if we, man, let's go. Let's go. Because it got to be a paradigm shift in what's going on right now in the culture. The way the kids is coming up, just vaping, early age sex, early age drinking, talking back crazy to the parents and the teachers, and you know what I'm saying, they ain't going to church. Ain't no respect in the hood for the OGs. Like none of that. So this is what we have to do as mentors, as philanthropists, as righteousness, as leaders in the hood. And if we real OGs in the hood, real OGs in the community, we ain't telling them, hey, look, man, got these little chain, go sit. No, we like, hey, I know Coach Mac over there, this, I know Marie and Key got this going on over there. I know Deanna and them got this going on in their program. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we throwing them alley oops. You know what I'm saying? We ain't throwing them the fake bounce pass that go out of bounds. We throwing straight alley oop. Oh, go get him. So listen, man. Like I said, I'm excited. I don't want to talk y'all to death, but it feel good, man, to be able to put something out into the atmosphere that possibly can allow me to be 800-900 years old. You know what I'm saying? I could be 800-900 years old, and Middie Mindset can still be bouncing through the systems, and they like, hey, we're going to understanding the journey this month. Hey, we're going to emotional fitness this month. It could be 2097, 2000, no, 2310. Let's go. I'm no longer focused on myself, man. I had fun. I did it. Listen, I've been to college. I've been to prison. I've been a millionaire. I've been broke. I've been healthy. I've been sick. I had a fiance. Like, I'm single. Like, I'm a cheat code to the young people out here in society. But one thing about it, man, I'm a good person. You know, being a good person and every day plugging in what I'm plugging into. When you take the car to the plug in diagnostics check, boop, boop. Yo, you need the oil change, boy. Hey, radiator flood. We need to transmit. Every morning I got to plug in and do a diagnostics check. And that keeps me whole. And of course, my Lord and Savior, like I say, the principles, you know, keep me whole. Study to show thyself approved. I study. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I feel that has to happen in 2024. So for me, 2024, this Kobe year, this the Mamba mentality year. I was just talking earlier, like if you seen that the USA basketball documentary on Netflix, when Coach K was like, "Hey man, we keep losing, man. We got LeBron, we got Wade, we got Bosh, we got Melo. How we losing? Hold on, man. Look, I'm gonna call this dude, man. Who you calling, dog? Man, I gotta call this dude. Chris Bosh said when we all professionals, and I'm kind of paraphrasing it. Chris Bosh said, man, 24 walked in the room. And he said when 24 walked in the room, everybody looked at him, and he said right then everybody knew he was saying, I'm not to be with. I'm about that work. If they call me, Yeah. What the USA team do when 24 came? Kobe said, and it's a great analogy in the Middie Mindset on the great Kobe. Um, Kobe said, "Man, I heard this one day and it changed my life." He said one year he kept twisting his ankle. You know what I'm saying? He got to put that up in there. You gotta see that. It's all good. It's all God. Shout out Steph. So Kobe said he kept twisting his ankle that year. You know what I'm saying? Like, need that to do them cuts, right? So he was like, dang, what can I do to fix? He paying attention to details. Like, I can't keep doing this. When that man said he figured out he had to go take up ballet to strengthen his ankles, man, that's a whole nother level. That's where you get the Mamba mentality. I'm going to figure out a way to address the issue, to address the problem, to take myself to a, come on, y'all. The great Kobe Bryant said at his company before he perished, man, rest in peace to him and baby Gigi and the others on the helicopter. Um, the great Kobe said at the company that he started, he said, we ain't taking on no small task, no easy task. What fun is it in taking on a small or easy task? I thought about it, and that's when I was like, I need to develop this app because it's not going to be easy. Black man trying to get into is really 1% dominated by Caucasian males. It's really no. Now I ain't gonna get into that, but that's what he said. Why take on an easy task? What fun is it? And so taking on these type of tasks, putting these books into the schools and figuring out, dang, how many high schools is it in the United States? I haven't done the math yet. How many high school students is it in the United States? I haven't done the math yet. How many eighth graders who's making the transition to high school in the United States? I haven't done the math. But I'm like, how can I get this book into all of their hands? Right? You with me? That's not an easy task. So that's the type of task that I want to take on. That's the Mamba mentality here. This is the Mamba mentality here. The great Kobe had a lot of great principles. Um, so it's time, y'all. 24, let's grow. Not let's go, GROW. I'm sorry, this is the slogan. My bad. Let's grow. 24. Already on the domain. Don't try to go get it and steal it. You can't get it. Let's grow 24. I done had that domain for about 4 years now. But now it's the 24. Let's go. Let's grow. 24. So look, in closing, today is official. Middie Mindset. What we gonna do, y'all? This ain't about money. I already proved that to y'all. I'm still writing without the bag ain't coming in for the books. It ain't about money getting the books but yeah, let's figure this out together. How can we get this book into the hands of our babies? How can we do it? In Block 10, that's my foundation. It means one unit, all together in unison. Let's go. Man, I love y'all out there. Happy New Year. I pray nothing but peace, prosperity, um, and passion over your lives. I pray that if you're not a believer in Christ, whoever you believe in, I pray that God allows you the mental fortitude, the critical thinking, forgiveness. I pray that He allow all this to come into your heart. I pray angels to sit up over all y'all's houses tonight. I pray that the unrighteous find righteousness. I pray that the single find marriage. I pray that the drug addicts find the rehabs, the alcoholics find sobriety. I find the fornicators. I'm sorry. I pray that the fornicators find safety in a relationship that leads to marriage. I pray financial freedom, but after we put the work in, I pray financial freedom into you all's lives. I pray safety over y'all's kids. And I pray for all of these persons who are out here trying to hit quick licks, who are doing things to our children and to our women. I pray that we don't bust their head. Because, man, our babies, our women, we got to protect them. And guess what? This is one thing I want to pray for too. Imagine this, y'all. I seen the movie The Jungle Book one time. And I think the water might have been lower. I can't remember if it was low or high, but the tiger, he was bullying everything, trying to crush it. But when they came to that lake or that little pond and they were all drink, it was a peacetime tiger, everybody off limits. You can't do nothing. This is the peace treaty time. Man, imagine if in Black History Month, right? Imagine in February that we could start a movement that for 28 days, no black is allowed to do anything else to any other black. I don't care what. If you beefing over this and you see, hey dog, it's February, man, can't do nothing. Yeah, boy, you gotta pass, boy. You know what I'm saying? I see you though. Nah, I ain't promoting it, but look, the mindset shift. Because guess what? The subconscious, whatever's deposited in there, in them 28 days, the conscious mind gonna start kicking in and it's gonna start dominating like, dang, what am I really, you know what I'm saying? Why I haven't forgiven old girl for, why I haven't forgiven my dad for, my sister for, my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if we pull that off. Guess what? Jay-Z, Obama, Steve Harvey, J. Cole, Drake, Stephen A. Smith, Van Jones, Meek Mills, Rick Ross, LeBron. Did I say LeBron? Michael Jordan. The list goes on. Imagine if we all get on the platform like, hey y'all, February, we pushing the initiative. No black is allowed to do nothing to no other black. Period. Nothing. You can't go into his house. You can't slash his tire. You can't hit him in the jaw. You can't. Man, imagine it. February, we paying homage. Harriet Tubman running through the woods, and Frederick Douglass and them, Dr. King and them, Bloody Sunday on the bridge. And, you know what I'm saying? Man, Sojourner Truth. Man, we went through it. Even way before them, man. Imagine what we went through when it wasn't documented and with no filming. And come on, man. All y'all leaders, all y'all influencers. If y'all ain't heard nothing else, like let's push that initiative. February, Black History Month. No black is allowed to do anything to no other black person, no matter what the beef is. But I'm not saying in March turn back up, but I'm just saying let's start something. Let's start a movement. Man, let's start a movement. Man, you know how big that'll be? You know how the opposition will be looking at us now as a culture? They'll be like, oh. Man, they gonna Capitol Hill. Boy, they gonna be on the, hey y'all, we gotta figure something out, man. These mobs done got together. They ain't no shootings in the city of Chicago happened in 10 days. Ain't no carjackings, man, in New Orleans and the Bronx and Cali and man, Dayton, Ohio, man, Charlotte, wherever. Man, y'all ain't nothing going on in the hood. What the? boy, they're gonna panic. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. It's been on my heart for years, man, and I've been somewhat too demure and too much of worrying too much about what people gonna say when I say something. You know, as a stickler, man, you always want to be perfect, but guess what, man? I made some tuna, so I must have dipped my. I could have, man. I take the hoodie off, dog. You got to get on camera. You can't let them see the spot. Oh man, look at my face. Y'all see the flaws. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't let me put on some makeup, man. Look at my lips. You know what I'm saying? Joints and change colors. Like, man, let's go. Beautiful flaws. Flaws and all. You can't get online and get on your platform and be perfect all the time. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect in life. Tiger Woods he missed some shots. Sabrina hit the ball Serena hit the ball into the net. Jordan missed some free throws. Tom Brady missed some passes. Wayne Gretzky, he missed some goals. Pele missed some goals. You know how many takes Denzel had to do before he got it right? What you see in the movie, that wasn't just He had to oh. I mean, Hove. They say one take Hove. He might be, but before then, guess what? He had to do two, three, four. Man, look, everybody, you ain't gonna be perfect all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Embrace your flaws. Be you, love you. You know what I'm saying? It's about self-advocacy. Self-advocacy, self-development, positive self-talk. All of that, man. It's beautiful time to be alive. Beautiful time to be righteous. Beautiful time to have ideas. Beautiful time to have resources. Beautiful time to have a smartphone, man. You know what I mean? Man, listen, man. Shout out to Wallow, man. Did 20, came home and got a bag. Boss man Brewster out there, man, with the trucking, man. Did some numbers and came home and got the bag. Shout out to him 500, man. Was going through a situation. Got the bag. Through the telephone, man, in the camera. Beautiful time to be alive. Ain't nobody got no excuses. It's over with for excuses. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm rambling, but I love y'all, man. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. Like I said, and I stand on it. Anybody need help putting your book out? I got you. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm on social media, G Slug, on Facebook. What is it? GES.GPBM on IG. Um, Gerald Shakir on LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? I'm available. I'm available for a lot of things, man. Working on getting my government contracts going. I got my cage code, my UEI code, learning how to submit the bids and the proposals. I can help you get all of that. You know what I'm saying? Starting business credit, I can help you build your business credit, man. I can help you. Ain't gotta go spend 3-4 thousand to get your nonprofit. I could do that for you. All you gotta do is pay Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying? I know I done all of that myself, by myself. Man, it was so funny, man. One of the homies called me. He was like, "Hey, man, I paid this attorney, man, like 2 bands to do my nonprofit." I'm like, "What? When?" He's like, "Man, it's been like 8 months ago." I said, "Dog, man, 300 and change. About 40 days, 30 days, that letter gonna come." He like, "Nah, dog, ain't." I said, "Look, I'll pay for it with my credit card." He like, "Man, nah, that ain't gonna." I said, "Look, man, 7 in the morning, answer the phone. We're gonna go through the application." Took us took me 15 minutes to do his application. Paid for it with my credit card. I think it was like $350, something like that. Man called me about 20, 25 days. Oh, gee, man, got that letter in the mail today, dog. I'm like, I told you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about who we know and if you know that person is reliable, you know that person is a person of his word, and that person is really operating and doing business, man, tap into that person. You ain't gotta go out here and spend thousands and get screwed over by attorneys and all these different companies online telling you they're going. Man, you can get your EIN number in 2 seconds for free. Between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., long as the IRS hours is open, you can get your EIN just like that. If you don't know how to do it, hit me. I'll show you how to do it. Show you how to open up your business bank account. Show you how to. Man, I got a girl, not a girl. I got a lady so cold. Get anything off your credit. Hard pulls, bad reporting, non-payment. Man, what? Man, this is about who we know, what we know, man. Look, let's grow 24. Middie Mindset. The baby. Let's go. I'm out, man. I love y'all. God is good. Jesus is Lord. Let's grow 24. Middie Mindset on the way. Available on Amazon tomorrow. Love y'all. I'm out.